Welcome to The Right Question. I'm Daphne Gray Grant. Today we're talking about how to become more fluent in a second language. Today I'm answering a question from Luc de Klerk, who is currently based in Østerås, Norway. Here's what he asked by email. Dutch is my native language, and English is a good second, followed by French and Norwegian. Until recently, I thought of myself as writing well in English. But when I started using ProWriting Aid to edit my writing before sharing it, I found I still have a significant margin to improve my text. My grammar, vocabulary, readability, and style are gradually improving, and I'm reducing the time I spend reworking my text. I do, however, keep struggling with sticky sentences and a high glue index. What do you suggest I do? Thanks for the question, Luke. I love hearing from Europeans who are so much more confident with other languages than most North Americans. I am still struggling to improve my own French. After 122 consecutive days with Duolingo, I am still only 63% fluent, and I consider even that a gross exaggeration. So good for you for speaking 4 languages. That's an incredible accomplishment. Let me begin by making a few comments about ProWriting Aid, which I'm very familiar with because I use it daily. It's pretty good and it's relatively affordable. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, it costs $50 for a year and $100 for 3. You enter your text into a box and the software immediately analyzes it, giving you a score out of 100. It looks at all aspects of writing, grammar, sentence length, readability, and many other metrics as well. It took me a little while to learn how to read and use the various reports, but after a bit of poking around, I figured it out just fine. Ironically, however, the only thing I don't like about ProWriting Aid is what I see as its obsession with sticky sentences and glue words. The concept of glue words is usually credited to Richard C. Whittock, a lawyer and law professor at the University of California, Davis. His book, Plain English for Lawyers, now in its 5th edition, has been a favorite of law students and many others for years. Here's how he explains the idea. In every English sentence are 2 kinds of words, working words and glue words. The working words carry the meaning of the sentence. In the preceding sentence, the working words are these: working, words, carry, meaning, and sentence. The others are glue words, the, of, and the. The glue words do perform a vital service. They hold the working words together to form a proper grammatical sentence. But if the proportion of glue words is too high, that is a symptom of a badly constructed sentence. A well-constructed sentence is like fine cabinet work. The pieces are cut and shaped to fit together with scarcely any glue. I've included a longer link to this subject below. But here's what I have to say about glue words, Luke. When you're learning a new language, this is way too sophisticated a concept to focus on. When you're just learning to hike, you don't start with Mount Everest. In your email to me, I noticed some small grammatical errors. Now, I know if I wrote an email to you in French, there would be many more mistakes. But I'm going to suggest you start dealing with the basic grammar first before you start worrying about glue words. Since you already have ProWriting Aid, I think you should focus on the grammar section. For those who don't have an application like this, I suggest you use the free version of Grammarly. I know you want to reduce your editing time, Luke, but remember that the best writers are always the most vigorous editors. This means that you may end up spending more time on editing, but ultimately the final product will be better. Finally, while we're on the subject of learning other languages, let me wrap up with a quote from the German philosopher Goethe. "Those who know nothing of foreign languages know nothing of their own." Thanks for your question, Luke. I wish you all the best in improving your English.